Simple way to stop this from happening. Stop losing one-shots. Well, hey, if you wanna give Roll-chan no constancy a go,
Follow me!
be my guest.
We were ordered to retreat. You're not our commander, stranger.
You know, just like me, you could have it running. Same challenge, and if you lose, you do a punishment game, and if you win, you get bugger all, right? That's only fair. Well, if you win, you get to be really, really cocky, and it feels really good. Haven't had much chance for that. Yeah, if you win, you get dinner. Okay, well, if that's as good as it's gonna get, let's, there we go. F12 to bring up menu. Yes, please. Please leave Ecuador. Oh god. What did it do to my everything? Is it gonna work if I go back into the game? Oh god, it's changed all my everything for my my desktop. Okay, shouldn't be anything compromising on my desktop at least. Had to quickly check. Not that I take the moment just before my stream to do all my banking and such, but better to be safe and not sorry. Okay, right, I just wanted to come out and in and make sure that it could come back to the game and show the chat and that properly. So how does it look when I come back to the menu? Crikey, what a nightmare of a game. And now I can't see chat, but I think I'll get chat back when I come back into it. Okay, well, we'll use this as our staging ground then. So this is a punishment game today. It's the 158th punishment. I think I rolled this for failing Roll-chan no constancy. It's a terrible game. I played it once before. It was a Patreon game from Scipio. He, for some reason, loves the game. And when I checked out who on my friends list has played this, it was just him and a Canadian. So, not the best repertoire around. So this is a fantasy hero RTS game. It's really, really bad. If there's anyone out there that really likes the game, I'd be interested in finding out why, because my experience with this has been god-awful. Still, nonetheless, it's what we rolled, so it's what we're going to be going through with. So let's jump back into that campaign, see if we can't do a little better than last time. Probably not. I would hope for an easier setting than normal, but no, normal's as easy as we can go. Let's go. City of Dawn. 2006, yeah, the game does smell 2006. It does give you this lovely sweeping shot of the area that I feel you don't see often in modern games. And there's our hero there. He is a towering guy. He's about twice as tall as any regular elf or human around here, and with a voice to match. Let's go. Actually, let's pilfer that money first. So...
Stop! Now is the time to fight! Not flee!
Back away, Ranger. The undead are behind us.
What of the villagers?
They are retreating.
Take the defense in the watchtower. I'll go to the city and cover citizens' withdrawal.
Aye, but we won't be able to hold out for long.
I'm sure you would. So this is our guy. We select him and we move him like an RTS. And I'm getting so sick of RTSs these days. Why won't they just go away? I don't like them. People keep trying to make me like RTS games. Maybe I should make you like platformers.
That should be rotting in the soil. Now they've risen to the surface and are attacking the living. This has never happened before. We've battled with orcs, goblins, and gnolls. These are dangerous beasts, but they are alive, just like us.
I don't know, Lukecorn. I didn't
And
see much
these
trying.
spawns of darkness. No, I won't fear them. I, Elant, the son of Alvar.
Well, we won't fear them, but we will strategically retreat away from them immediately. And then this poor bugger's under attack by Gobbos. Sucks to be him. So here's the tower. Much like a Majesty Tower, it's going to come down and shatter these guys. Lovely area of effect attack, dealing 50 times as much damage as we're able to do. Any more for any more?
If you wish to fight fairly, follow me!
We were ordered to retreat. You're not our commander, stranger.
Right, I don't know if the waves of the undead are endless, but I think if I get a second load of them shattered by this tower, we can then move on out and help out the alchemist over there. Yeah, why would we be interested in specifically fighting fairly is beyond me. Let's go and wreck these gobbos. Some of us have served our time in the platform mines, but no more. Really, I feel like I've served my time in the RTS mines.
Alchemists. I've always disliked
RTSs, I've always disliked
greedy
them.
for money and gold. Grey-bearded old men with skin corroded with a foul-smelling gas. How many of them are there in these regions? Although there is a beneficial side, some useful potions can be bought in these stores.
So straight away setting up that there's not going to be any originality in this fantasy setting. Disgusting. I suppose I've been spoilt by Dominions when it comes to original fantasy setting, even though Dominions is inspired by just about everything under the sun. Ah, Dominions. I wish Relics would play more Dominion, or specifically he'd play it more for about an hour without going, sorry, Mummy Relics is interrupting the stream again. Alright, go my units, wipe out the gobbos.
You are brave, Elf. Thanks to you, the vile goblins barely reached me and my potions. I shall leave these restless places soon, but now my alchemy is at your service.
You see, the thing about Command and Conquer is...
Here are the finest goods and the best prices in all Atlands.
Let me grab these potions then. So at least when it comes to Command and Conquer, I played Command and Conquer way back when. Now granted, I played Command and Conquer Red Alert for the PlayStation 1.
It is of those potions traded by the alchemist. Our warriors often use these. Maybe someone lost it in the chaos of the retreat.
Grab everything I can. Yeah, so at least I got a bit of experience with Command and Conquer. It wasn't very good then, I doubt it's going to be much better now. What did this well even do for me? God knows. Oh right, scroll wheel rotates the map. I don't know if that was the status quo in 2006, but it feels really weird. Page up and page down does this, which is not particularly useful. Come on, go and rouse these soldiers.
Your families are dying! We need to cover the citizens' retreat!
We were ordered to retreat. You're not our commander, stranger.
That's the one line I remember from this game. Rousing people by telling them that their families are dying. Okay, looks like the gobbos are fighting the undead.
Corpses are uglier than skeletons. Those have only bare bones, and these worm-eaten flesh and rotten, sunken eyes. But even they won't scare me. I'm not afraid of you, spawns of darkness.
Pajama Sam had a better I won't let you scare me montage. Right, I will be... Oh wait, that's pause. Ooh! Pause button is actually pause, that's nice. I will be saving and saving often, I dare to say. Because from my experience in this game before, it's quite easy to lose, or it's quite hard to win. Maybe that's because of my lack of experience in these kinds of games, but it doesn't make it any less true for me. Crikey, I don't have much of an army for this. Is this really going to be working out to our advantage?
Stop! Together we can hold back the hordes of undead!
Can we really
were
though?
ordered to retreat. You're not our commander, stranger.
There we go. So yes, this game was on the channel before as a Patreon game, and not satisfied with just that, a small lobby was put together to also have this as a punishment game. Now naturally, after I played this as my Patreon game, I went and uninstalled everything about it, so I had to re-find it and reinstall it. Surprised me to learn that I actually had it on Steam. So, well, a fool and his dosh is soon parted.
Are there any braves left among you? Join me!
I don't know how much this cost, but unless it cost me negative money, it wasn't worth it. Go soldiers, protect the civvies, that's our goal. We lose if 20 of them die. Let's take a moment to appreciate the time before scalable UI. Many games still don't have scaling UI. But my, it's... You really gotta crane your neck to see different parts of the interface.
I'm with you, Ranger.
Okay, well we saved all the civvies, which is nice. Something for me to go and grab over here as well. You guys go and advance on.
Corpses, back to the
So we got a discount Ent here. I think it was Ents in Lord of the Rings. No doubt yet another stolen idea from somewhere.
Undead are attacking Old Ash! Quick to his
Old
aid!
Ash! Not after he caught all the Pokemon he retired to the woods. Well, 2006, Lord of the Rings had come and gone by then. Well, the movies at least. The movies are huge. Looks like a decent RTS. If you look at this and think, wow, this is decent, then I think RTS players are beyond saving. I play all kinds of ass games, and RTS just have a way of taking the biscuit. It wasn't implied that Giovanni was Ash's father? I don't know, maybe I read too much into it.
Small elves. These undead should be rotting in the soil and nourishing the trees, not roaming the forest with axes. Any other day I'd be glad to talk with you, Old Ash, but not today. I've not the time. Always in a hurry. Small folk. Here. Take my bow. In reward, it will avail you. What should I do with it? Hey! It's stirring! It's a bow! Thank you, Old Ash.
Yeah, it didn't have a bow, thank you. Right, leave him to his own devices and get on with our covering of retreat. And whoa now. Soldiers, you go and deal with that mess. I'll take care of this. Again, we gotta save the civvies. 2 are dead. Gotta save...
Stop!
Well, plenty of them.
Now is the time to fight! Not flee!
No, there are too many of the enemy.
Marvin is telling me that Lord of the Rings is making some comeback. I don't know what a Silmarillion is, though. I mean, I watched the movies, all 3 of them, twice even, and that was the start and end of my experience with Lord of the Rings. I thought they were pretty good. A lot of high production standards at the time. In fact, I probably wouldn't even mind watching them again. All 9 hours of it. Gotta watch Extended Edition too.
If you wish to fight fairly, follow me!
We'll go with you, Ranger.
God, my family really love Lord of the Rings, though. Silmarillion is basically Lord of the Rings Bible. Okay. Doesn't really tell me what it is, though. Is it actually a book? Silmarillion. Sounds like a lot of money.
Warriors! Your families are dying! We need to cover the citizens' retreat!
Brilliant line. Reminding them about how their families are dying. Anyway, I will be saving and saving very often throughout all this, because I have got memories of losing right at the end and then being sent right back to the start. Which, you know, something I approve of course. Oh god, save the civvy! Something I approve of when it happens to someone else, I should say.
Stop! Together we can hold back the hordes of undead!
Save the people.
Oh, you guys are here as well. Actually, maybe you can tell me what's over there. I haven't seen that. We gotta get that high APM of mine underway.
Are there any braves left among you? Join me!
Join me in pilfering that caravan. Oh dear, this doesn't look good. Actually, you guys are gonna die there, so let's not have this. Actually, I wonder if I can set waypoints. Get over here. Lead the gobbos over to the undead.
Don't fall back! Where is your pride?
No, there are too many of the enemy.
Left my pride over at the Alchemist's Tavern. Are those gobbos going to kill the civvies as well? If so, I've made a horrible mistake. No, looks like the gobbos want nothing to do with me. Well then, let's not waste our time with them. You know how nerds write fan fiction to explain all the nonsense in fantasy books? Tolkien wrote his own fan fiction.
Stop!
Oh god.
Now is the time to fight!
Oh god, they've got their own
Not
towers.
Let's stop the enemy together.
Wait, are those towers fighting me or the undead? I couldn't really tell. Well, it doesn't matter. We're going on the offense. Oh, nice, we can just push the enemies back. Oh, right, that appears to be mulching my units. I think.
If you wish to fight fairly, follow me!
Oh Christ, maybe we can just run through
We
this.
were ordered to retreat. You're not our commander, stranger.
Oh, I'm dying. Hold on, I have potions for this. Ta-da! Do I have enough potions for this?
Warriors! Your families are dying! We need to cover the citizens' retreat!
Lead on.
Not sure I understand this. These big towers just shoot us to shreds. Also, I'm dead but undead. Maybe I needed to go the gobble way first. Maybe I'd find something that would help. Did you understand the point of this mission? Ah, meant to save the civvies. And look at them making their death march out of here. Certainly didn't save my soldiers though, but they know what they signed up for. So it looks like I can't die. I just kind of go invisible for a bit and fail some pathfinding. Those aren't towers, they are archers. Oh, okay. Alright, so am I going to be able to slaughter you? Oh, not on my own. But that's okay, I'm invincible.
Was right. There are too many of them. We can't hold the undead back. Warriors! You fought well! Now you must take care of your lives. Retreat to the forest, and I'll try to keep the corpses at bay.
But will I? Also, we killed everybody. Okay, I got myself some orc boots. Maybe there's some kind of interface to see what exactly my guy is all about. Move, move and attack, guard, cancel, hold ground. Do I have some kind of inventory? Yeah, here we go. Doesn't move around. Amulet, bow, boots, bottles, magic, journal, info. Can I level up? This looks like a vial of experience. Skip selection, full list of enhancements on level up. Increase attack value. Okay, sure. Give me that attack value. We're meant to be retreating now, but I'm seeing a whole lot of not retreating. Gobbos, help me. Help me by fighting the undead. Oh, yeah, see, they just lose interest there, don't they? Yeah, I don't think it's going to go so well for those civvies. Maybe you can equip the items. Ooh. Now there's an idea. Didn't even think about equipping them. I figured I'd just grab them and have them auto-equipped. Anything I can have out of here? Speed potion. Well, I'm gonna speedily have all these people die, I think. There we go. Darkness encroaches further. Don't know what I was meant to do after that. To be fair, if this wasn't a punishment, you would have lost interest by now as well. Oh yeah, I definitely would have hung up this game by now. Although, I wouldn't have touched it to begin with, because I would have seen Fantasy, Hero, RTS, 16 years old, and just noped my way out of
Ranger.
there.
The undead are behind us.
Camera? Game? Okay. Yeah, nothing appears to be working for me here. 10 out of 10 right now, says Celeste. This punishment game just ticks all of the bloomin' punishment boxes, doesn't it? It's punishing to play, I can only assume it's punishing to watch, and it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard for me, at least. Right, when in doubt, Alt F4. Bye-bye game. And, well, let's get that game back, shall we? God, it's done that thing where all my windows have gone really small thanks to this game running in some horrible dedicated size there. Hello desktop. Hello game. Goodbye chat. Hopefully chat will come back when I go back into the game. Oh, crikey, which was my most recent one? Was it you? What an awful experience this game is. People are getting way too good at picking punishment games. Crash. Heroes of Annihilated Empire has now crashed. Okay, so I'm not allowed to, not allowed to save the game either? Okay, alright, well, let's try that again. Come back to me. Okay. Maybe if I load the other save. Dingith. Oh, no, there we go. Another crash. So I cannot save the game mid-mission or else the game crashes. So we go right back to the start. I'm looking forward to talking to that Ent again. Old flesh. People that drink and everything about my desktop from the quick shot there will notice that yes, Capitalism Lab is still on my toolbar there for quick access. Why wouldn't it be? I actually fired it up and played around with it a bit more. There's not really anything to do other than just keep spamming apartments and commercial buildings. But it's still nice to go back and look at every now and then. What do I even want here? Campaign. Let's do the path again. Oh, jeez. What an awful experience. But the weekly one-shot wouldn't be the same if I didn't have this dangling over me like Damocles' sword. I don't like Settlers either, Acronymus. I've played at least 2 Settler games and I thought both of them were trash, so I don't think I'd want to try another. Can I skip this? There we go. Right, let's get at it again, Ranger. I for inventory, but you own nothing.
Stop! Now is the time to fight, not flee!
Back
But weren't
away,
they
Ranger.
fleeing because they
the
couldn't?
undead are behind us.
What of the villagers?
They are retreating.
Take the defense in the watchtower. I'll go to the city and cover citizens' withdrawal.
Careful, Jake. If you say things like that, people will start a lobby for every RTS under the sun. Well, if they do that, I might someday find an
Now
RTS
they've
that's
risen to the
good,
surface and are
but...
attacking the living. And these
You know, anything's
spawns
possible.
of darkness. No, I won't fear them. I, Elant, the son of Alvar.
I
If
can
you
tell
wish
this
to fight
elfie
fairly,
looks like an asshole.
follow me.
We'll go with you, Ranger.
I wonder if we can lead these over to the Gobbos. The Gobbos and the Undead fought before. Perhaps they will this time.
My laboratory! The goblins have attacked!
The
It
Gobbos
is of
seem
those
pretty
potions traded by the
single-minded.
alchemist. Our warriors often use these. Maybe someone lost it in the chaos of the retreat.
Yeah, there we go. Although the Gobbos don't seem to be fighting back at all. I really need to get around to submitting some punishment, says Carlos. Eragon and Robin Hood's quest are some painful memories for me. Yeah, there we go.
Alchemists. I've always disliked them. Greedy
It's
for
nice
money
playing some
and
other
gold.
people's painful memories of games,
Gray-bearded old
rather
men
than
with
games
skin
that people just
corroded
know
with a
are the kind that I
foul-smelling
hate.
gas. How many of them are there in these regions?
Still though, it's very rare for me to actually turn down a punishment game. It's meant to be my punishment. If I could just pick and choose them,
Are dying.
what would be the point
We
in
need
that?
to cover the citizens' retreat.
That said, I should have definitely said no to this. You did somewhat enjoy the RTS segment in the Mission Critical
These
weekly
walking
one-shot.
corpses are uglier than skeletons.
I
Those
did?
have only
Didn't
bare
I just set
bones
that
and
to
teeth,
auto-complete and call it a
worm-eaten
day?
flesh and rotten sunken eyes. Stop! Together we can hold back the hordes of undead!
Save the people.
Punishments don't get submitted that often these days, Punk Rock Lee. Just in general, people are very well tuned to the kinds of games I hate by now. And they're getting very good at submitting those. Ground Control. Did I play Ground Control? The name sounds familiar.
Are there any braves left among you? Join me!
What a disaster of a game. Come on, finish off that last poor gobbo and whatever that thing is. Anything to pilfer here? Maybe I could just take a towering step over here and grab this. There we go, protective amulet, but this time we're going to know to equip it. What does it even protect us from? Maximum health up, defense against magic up, mana restoration down. There's also something to be had over here. What was that? Maybe it was just gold. Alright, save these poor people. I'd like to zoom in a bit, but this is about as good as I can give.
Don't fall back!
What use is
Where
this
is your
even?
pride?
It doesn't even change your perspective enough to see anything new.
Back to the
Knights and merchants now, that's a bad memory. Yeah, it's really cool. You have to set up things to feed your
Stop.
soldiers.
Now is the time
So it's
to
always
fight.
brought up, but it's
Not
such an
flee.
awful system.
Let's stop the enemy together.
How bad are we talking? I'd never play it again. I don't think there's anything that could make me play it again. Whoa, now we gotta save the people here, and that looks like a person. I loved Knights and Merchants as a kid. I was terrible at it, says Seal Note. Oh no, let's just get through all of this. I'll see if there's anything worth grabbing over here. The rest of my army. Advance. Oh no, that he's just gonna go on and on whilst we carry on here, aren't we? Okay. Maybe someone else can talk and overwrite it. Never say never. If someone were to dangle €1,000 in front of your eyes for 2 hours of that game, would you play it?
Warriors!
Probably
Your
not.
families are dying! We need to
Principles
cover
are
the
only
citizens'
principles
retreat.
if you can hold on to them in the face of adversity.
Lead on.
Okay, that's there, but I can't seem to do anything with that. Oh, I wish I could save at this point, because
Together we can hold back the hordes of undead!
when we turned right here, we just got shot to shreds.
Save the people.
Oh, you want to join me? Then sure, I need an army. An army of elves that I can just throw away. Maybe the implication is that I need to just guard this point and let all the civvies through. Alright, but let's also take care of Orc Chief. I don't think you're supposed to capture the city. I think you should just guard the bridge or whatever. Maybe. Yeah, going in there and getting myself shot to death does not seem particularly good. However, I'll let my soldiers do all this work. I will grab that bottle and grab these goodies and equip my boots and my bow. How good is this bow anyway? Firing range up, damage up. Hey, we done good. Maybe I can go through this little cave here. You guys guard the retreat. I've got to do important managerial stuff. Oh god, right. Do save those people. We'll let things slip here.
Are there any braves left among you? Join me!
Save the people. Question, could a punishment game become a mod challenge? Recently started watching here, only after watching the videos on YouTube. Yeah. I don't often add games to the mod list, because there's already been rather a lot of them, and we have rather a lot of mods, but when something comes along, and I think, wow, I would really like to see a good run of this, then it usually becomes a mod challenge. Like when we played Doom recently, and I thought, well, that was fun, I'd like to see somebody do it really well. That's when it became a mod challenge.
Don't fall back! Where is your pride?
A punishment game would be quite unlikely to become a mod game, though, because generally, especially if it's a good punishment game, it's a game I never want to see again. Whilst the mod games are a good meritocratic way to get new moderators in the channel, more than anything, it's a way for
Stop!
me to
Now
have
is
fun
the time
watching
to
other
fight,
people.
not flee.
Let's stop the enemy together.
Well, let's cautiously stop the enemy together, since at some point here we will get shot to death. Also, I'm going to get my greedy elven mitts on whatever's in here.
If you
A
wish
speedy
to
potion.
fight fairly, follow me.
We'll go with you, Ranger.
Yes, you will. Straight to Valhalla. How are any people still coming out of here?
Warriors, your families are dying. We need to cover the citizens' retreat.
Lead on.
But yeah, no, I don't think I'll ever get good at RTS Micro. I probably would if I wanted to, but I just do not want to. It's hard to motivate yourself to do something that you don't want to do. Alright, what in the world triggers the end of this? Do I have to cross a certain
Stop!
point here?
Together we can hold back the hordes of undead.
But
Save the people.
this thing, and yeah, okay, there we go. Get back, folks, get back. We didn't come here to die, we came here to save. Looks like these people have shields, but they're doing sweet naff all against archery fire. You'd think shield plus spear would be great counter to archer fire, but no. You also think it would do terrible against the
Are there
undead.
any braves left among you? Join me.
How about something, or anything, to turn these voice lines off, Boomer? No, you see, if I'm here to suffer, we're all here to suffer. Together. Alright, can we go back and hold like a defensive? Yeah, here, use guard. Let's guard this point.
Don't fall back. Where is your pride?
I'm with you, Ranger.
How long do we have to pass with this, though? I feel like I'm facing a bit of attrition on my units here. Maybe I need to punch through just with you and see what's going on here. Cross a certain threshold for him to go, oh god no, this is the threshold of death. Or maybe the trigger's to have all your people die, because they're certainly dying.
Stop. Now is the time to fight, not flee.
Let's stop the enemy together.
This isn't too far off of how my run of They Are Billions went the other day.
That Amazon was right. There are too many of them. We can't hold the undead back. Warriors, you fought well. Now you must take care of your lives. Retreat to the forest, and I'll try to keep the corpses at bay.
Sure you're gonna succeed at that. Why dismiss the army? You're gonna die. Oh, something to be had here. 13 whole coins. Right. This is just not going well. What am I even meant to be doing here? Okay, nice of these soldiers and civvies to be taking the brunt for me. Means I can just sit back and pepper them down. was it I was told about this game? Something like really good, shows a lot of promise, shame that the studio went bankrupt or something like that. What are you seeing in this game that I'm not? Surely it's not the winning personality of our elven so-called hero here. Alright, giant ant guy, I need you to screen for me. Screen with an N. A lot of promise sounds like someone who ate the PR. Alright, Aldash. The plan was actually to have 2 punishment games today, but I couldn't get the second one set up. Or rather, it was Divinity something something, and I thought, oh, that's okay, I've already got that. But no, what I had was Divinity 2 something something, this other Divinity Dragon game. Well, 1, it was 10 gigabytes big, 2, it was about 40 euros, so I was like, yeah, save this for another day then, shall we? It's another way people try to get me on the punishment games these days. They make it a very expensive punishment game. Waiting for some cheeky sod to put in like Railway Simulator with all the DLC, and that'll be me $2 out of pocket. Okay, what is there left to do on this mission aside from fight waves and waves of undead, which now I seem to recall being an integral part of the game experience on this. It's not cheap, it goes on sale often. Isn't the game a decade old? How are they still getting away with charging 40 euros for it? Dark Young just says I'd like to change my punishment game. What are the hearts at the top left? What are these? All Rangers, Master Bowman, da 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 da. No, it doesn't seem to indicate. I think the Ent might die soon at this rate. Wait, can I actually control him? I'm not sure. We appear to be dying here, Old Ash. Actually, Old Ash is about to die. Maybe I've guarded the retreat enough. Godspeed, Old Ash. I think that's the last of the people retreating. Oh well, he's been turned into firewood. Oh, you get 25% experience done by friendly units. Friendly non-summoned units. Okay, well, last man standing here. I have entertained the thought, Fathus Monk, of streaming The Sims. The problem is, one of the guys around here, Aristocrat, aka True Leveler, aka Jeremy Corbyn, he also streams The Sims, and he does it a lot better than me. Another problem is, The Sims is a bit one-note. There's not really any...
This watchtower should provide enough cover for me to ward them off.
Oh, here we go. Not a lot of challenge in The Sims. So I kind of run out of things to do in The Sims pretty quickly. I mean, once you have stable income, a family, and a nice place to live, it's like, what do you do from there then? Better at The Sims. I mean, better at doing an entertaining Sim stream. He also knows The Sims inside out. He also knows the herbs inside out. Okay, so I guess next up we're gonna have this tower destroyed. Tower seems incredibly effective. Look at it mow down this chaff. Maybe if we'd had more of these towers, the undead wouldn't have ever been a problem. Good grief, what is this? Undead catapult. Oh, undead catapults. Maybe they're gonna bring down the tower. Well, let's change maybe to the... Oh, holy moly, down that goes. I thought you were playing Planetary Annihilation. You what? Oh, there's not going to be much left of this tower. Can I leave? Valor has taken this day. You are victorious. I'm not sure if this image best describes what just happened there, but okay. Oh crikey. Lost chat. Lost much of the screen. I actually like the 3D map plus 2D sprite look. Yeah, it ages like milk, but it's a look that I can get behind. Right, so what now? Do I need to read the books to follow the plot there? I assume some lassie on some griffin. Was it a griffin? I don't know, some kind of winged beast came and saved the day. Damn it, we're too muscular to fit through here. And I don't think I can do waypoints. Maybe? I mean, could I go there and there? Wow, you can do waypoints. Just doesn't show in any way. You there, tiny little bearded creature. Talk to me.
I've heard that the chief has ordered you to gather the retreated soldiers at the fortress of Hardstone. Accept this spell, Elant. It will be of great aid to you.
Magic is the destiny of druids. I'm a warrior, not a wizard.
Magic is a ferocious weapon in skillful hands. And now it's not the time to abandon weapons.
I hope you're right. And I hope that this spell will prove useful.
I think this game is coming to great aids for me. Okay, so I got this magic, what is it here? Tree of Life. Magical tree well, let's give it a go. We gotta get all those tropes in. It's not enough that we fight orcs and undead. We've also got to fight giant rats, which I'm sure will drop 5 gold pieces and a leather boot. If it's not clear already, I really, really do not like uninspired fantasy as a setting for, well, anything.
What's wrong with these beasts? I feel weak from his bite. My head is spinning. There must have been poison on his teeth.
So, can I see poison? Here we go, I've got plague. Reduced by 3, movement falls, 60 seconds. I'm sure we'll be fine. We'll just walk it off. It's not unique to rats. So if you get bitten by a human, you're still going to find yourself pretty infected. So once again, these people want my money for potions. I'm not sure I want to take any of that. Hoard my money, get equipment instead. But we keep our old inventory. So I wonder if I fail now and I have to reload, is it going to crash when I try and load the game again? I don't know. At least Hearts of Iron 4 is going to feel really good after this nonsense. Oh, it's going to feel excessively good because I'm going to destroy Canada. I've got some unfinished business with Canadians. What is this? Or is this over you? Depth perception's killing me.
We'll go with you, Ranger.
Good. I need some meat shields. Yeah, Hoy is after this, and I might not have the patience to wait till evening time. My meat shields are holding surprisingly well, actually. Not well enough, though, I dare to say. And they're... oh, right, they're plagued. So, poor plague victim there is probably about to die. Oh, some people were asking what, why I didn't like the campaign part of They Are Billions. And it just struck me now. What we're going through here, it feels a lot like what you go through with the heroes part, the campaign part of They Are Billions. Especially the hero missions. Just the actions and the tedium of it. Down to you losing loads of time if you just die at the end and have to restart. Alright, so you two survived. Congratulations. I hope you have health regen like I do. Ah, we're all elves, right? Don't know if it shows your regeneration rate. Do you even have health regen? Perhaps not. The campaign of They Are Billions is awesome, says Marek. I don't understand. I had somebody on the YouTube comments say that they really enjoyed the campaign for They Are Billions, and I'm just wondering, what world are you on? Where did life go so wrong for one of us? Ah, this thing does actually heal warriors, friendly warriors. I just read the slowing down enemies part. Okay, well, next engagement, I'll be sure to deploy that. I like the tech tree in most of the missions. Wow. Madness. Alright, there we go. Do that, go around this side so the enemies are slowed down. We enjoy the healing, and we just pick them off to our heart's content. Oh god, well, I'm down to just one of my friends here. Don't even know why you're here. I can handle this myself. Actually, maybe I can't. I appear to be getting ravaged. What are we even fighting here? Ghouls. Ghouls with big clawy arms. And I'm feeling that big clawy arm. Alright, well, my friends are dead. But since I'm 20 feet tall, I can just walk around here and outpace them. I'm as tall as the bleeding trees here. Okay, what am I even meant to do? Actually, there was no indication of what I'm meant to do. I guess we're just going to roam around like we own the place. Uh-oh, might have made a bit of a mishtuk here. Alright, run, 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 run. Don't let those ghouls stop you. Okay, but we just turn invisible and invincible. Maybe that's what the hearts are, because I just lost one of them. Can I have that, please? Oh, perhaps I can't pick up items when I am in my ghostly stage. There we go. It's all mine. Now let's vamoose. I have a feeling there's a lot of death to be had over here. Maybe Marek would like this game. This is his cup of tea, right? RTS? I own this game, says Marek. Or does the game own you? Huge stack of gobos over here. Maybe I need to follow them at a distance to not... Oh, I was going to say to not aggro them. It's okay. Aha, that's what we're talking about. We'll meet some friends. They can take the brunt of the attacks for me. I'll just fire arrows into them. Sadly, I don't like it much. I'm not into elves, and base management is basic, and hero management is tedious. Yep, you'd almost think this would be a punishment game of sorts. Ah, so glad RTS is a dead genre. There we go. I hope you now all fall under my command.
Hail! In the name of Chief Montfort, I order you to follow me. There is an elven force gathering in the valley. Let us make haste.
Ranger, we cannot. The goblins' camp is to the south of this settlement. They may attack us again. If we leave the settlement, goblins will surely attack. It will turn out deadly for the residents here. You're right. We can't leave the local residents without protection. Stay here, Commander. Let your warriors defend the village. I will eliminate the goblins' hordes and return victorious.
I will? Me and what army? Well, maybe I can just aggro them over here. I need a bigger monitor to read that text. Yeah, the game does not scale gracefully into modern resolutions. Oh, Artifact Master. Well, I saved up all my money for this. So what would I be taking? A bone belt for mana restoration? Cloak, mana restoration. Why do all these things have downsides? Maximum health and movement speed sounds rather nice. Defense against any weapon up, health regeneration up, but movement down. Ugh. Well, if anything, I'd rather have my movement speed up. Because I keep running away from my problems. I thought this game looked familiar. Chick streamed it 2 years ago. It was awful then, it's awful now. Correct. All of the above. It was a Patreon
Goblins
game
are
back then.
evil. Evil things. There are more of them to the south of Acklands. I had a chance to learn their habits well. Each pack has a leader. He can be distinguished from the others by the clothes he wears. If he is killed, the others will scatter in panic.
Oh yeah, another scary thought, Dark Young, the weekly one-shot for GoldenEye 007. That was over 2 years ago. Where does the time go? Alright, I think you can handle all this. You'll handle it a bit better if you just take a step back. I was watching Fishlets bumble around in the game last night and it made me think, Jinx, how long ago was I running this? Yeah, I think it was January 2020. Yeah, this was one of the first in a long line of Patreon punishments. In 2 years, Fish might roll it enough times to finish GoldenEye. Well, he had a good stab at Control. Is it Control? Yeah, the one where you have to protect Natalia as she hacks the Golden Eye. And that is the hardest mission in GoldenEye. There's just so many difficult elements to it. Even from the get-go, having to take care of those autoguns, enemies that have grenades, which will kill you in one hit. All those mainframes that you have to find and take care of, the infinitely respawning enemies, and that notorious segment of having to protect Natalia whilst she hacks away. I don't remember that from the movie. Hope these gobbos don't... Right, enough of this. Why don't I slow them all down? That'll give me a better opportunity to smash them with my bow. Although I quite like the healing bonuses for myself. It's got that little thing there. It's only giving me 1 health point back every 1.5 seconds or so. It's not that great. Alright, you're the Gobbo Chieftain, and you're very dead now. The enemies scatter, but, you know, if they scatter, they'll just live to fight another day, so they need to all die. I was hoping I maybe stole something off of the Chief Gobbo. Still appear to be some more Gobbos, though. How exactly did you learn their habitat well? Oh, am I really meant to be taking care of all of these? I don't think I want to. I'm a little lost what the intention is here. Am I meant to just slowly pick away at them one by one? Did I miss picking up an army? Do I have some ability to wipe out with area of effect that I'm not using? Something makes me feel like I'm missing the point of this. Still, aggroing them into the defenses here seems like a winner solution. I better make sure that my friends get healing and that the Gobbos slow down. I think the intention is punishment. I'm getting that as well. Hey, these guys have better defense than I do against piercing, which I can only assume is what the Gobbos are using. Oh, the archers are in trouble now. Yeah, this is They Are Billions all over again. That's a lot more orc chieftains than I was dealing with before. Alright, you know what? This is so very much you guys' problem. Your families are dying. Help me. Yeah, Dominions. Now there was a fantasy game. The heck is this? Looks like I can destroy orc buildings, but to what end, I don't know. Ah, you are the... Wait, you're an elf. What? Wait, I acquired a wedding ring? Well, better put it on. Hello?
Thank you, Ranger. We'll go wherever you lead us.
How about straight into the Gobbo horde? Better make sure you guys fight better. Right-click to change the magic card. Well, that's the only magical card I have, I'm afraid. There we go. Life is always better with some meat shields. I think I saw some gobos scatter saying there are too many of them. Certainly some pathing issues here. That seems to be working for me as well as against me. As long as I'm standing here 15 foot tall, we're raining arrows down, it's all working out for me. Oh boy. It's about as fun as a toothache, this game. It's okay. As I glance at the timer and it tells me I've been live for...
will be spilled by goblins no more. Let's get back to the settlement.
What about all the gobbo blood we spilled? Can we destroy these, by the way? Also, do I get experience for it? Increase mana pool, increase defense. Give me defense, please. Do I have a number on my experience here? I don't know. Yeah, I look over at the timer and it's telling me just another hour to go. And it's going to make Hearts of Iron 4 feel so much better. I probably won't be able to resist waiting till evening time to fire it up. I'm going to need to cleanse my palate from this. So a mistake that I made was that I don't think I stopped people putting in repeats on the punishment game. These days, if somebody tries to put in the same game again, I just say, no, it's had its time. But I didn't do that all the time, and Heroes of Annihilated Empires is one such game that slipped past that little filter. Never again. When this is done, this game is being uninstalled to never be played again. I mean, believe it or not, I do like punishment games. I like the fact that they're so horrible because it adds a lot to the weekly one-shot challenge if I know that there's something horrible waiting for me if I fail. So even though I'm having a miserable time right now with this, it accentuated the experience with Roll Chan No Constancy.
Dead. The settlement is safe. Good news, warriors! From now on, we will obey the orders of this ranger.
Could have just bluffed. Oh, but they really will all obey my orders. Right, everybody, fall in line. I think I meant to take you back to the settlement, up to here. That was what we were talking about, or maybe I have to go and find others. I don't know, but it's probably safe on the way back to the settlement, so at least try that. Something to mock about modern games is how they hold your hand through it, but I somewhat prefer that to games that give you no direction whatsoever. You have to do something specific, but it's not going to tell you what. Now, the voice acting has passion behind it in this game. I can't knock the voice acting. I can find it funny, and I do, but wouldn't dream of knocking it. Maybe this will serve as a reminder why you don't want to fail the weekly one-shot. I was never going to win in Roll Chan No Constancy. I had no idea what I was dealing with. It was a good game though, really enjoyed it. Brilliant ROM hack. I wish I knew that before putting my faith in you. Well, I mean, what you could, what clever people do is they tend to try and quickly scour the internet for information on a game that I am playing. But even then though, if you're not familiar with those kinds of games, you'd probably look at it and go, oh, okay, it's a difficult Mega Man, but Jake's good at Mega Man, he'll be fine. Yeah. Well, even I thought that. Blind faith is the way. What, Dark Young? The way to losing 500,000 points. Okay, I'm not sure if this is... Not sure if this is what we were meant to be doing then. Come on, we said there was a camp that I wanted to lead them to, but... Is there like some kind of objectives thing? hold, cancel, guard, move, warriors, interface, signal, minimap, floating messages, default position. No, okay, well, fine, we'll just go and carve this map a new one. Super friendship is super expensive. Certainly is with me. One of my buddies from the UK is coming over to visit next week. It's the reason that I'm schedule is empty for next week. And he is incredibly tight-fisted.
The City of Dawn has fallen, but the battle hasn't been lost. Follow me! Let your swords open the skulls of the undead!
We go, Ranger. The power of the forest is with us.
Ah, so when earlier I was thinking maybe I should have an army with me, the army was right here. I was betrayed by my never do anything right mantra when walking along here.
Listen, Ranger. Can you aid us? Yesterday my wife and the other women went to the Western Forest to gather berries. They have not since returned. I fear to imagine their fate. There are so many of the undead and dark creatures in our forests. I beg you, rescue my wife.
Can't you take care of your family yourself?
I'm no warrior. The depths of the forest swarm with the beasts from beneath. I beg you, help me.
Very well. I'll do what I can.
Only those that can lead have the right to breed, man. You're gonna have to stay in your smelly old hovel. Anything else I can be pilfering around here? No. Alright, let's vamoose. Can he beg with money? Certainly should. Alright, come on, let's go, go, go. Yeah, shoe is on the other proverbial
The dark
foot now.
sorcerers are turning our dead women into zombies. Death to our enemies. Death.
No, no, Elf, they're still very much alive. No, death, death, death to them. Is there a button for hold so my units can stop? Yeah, it's probably S to cancel orders when they're moving around like that. Expertly done. I don't think there's any help in that poor man's wife. Okay, right, what do you grab there? Mana potion. Nothing worth caring about in my inventory. Let's go then. Job well done. What a strut. But again, if I was 2.5 meters tall, I'd probably be walking around with that strut as well.
Ranger, have you found her? Tell me, have you?
I saw your wife, or what was left of her. She had been turned by the necromancers. I had to release her.
Ah, may the necromancers be cursed for eternity.
I swear vengeance for your wife and other elves fallen from the hands of the servants of the death.
Take this. It should help you on your journey.
I hope it's money. Did you give us anything? Oh, you gave me a hat! Okay, sure, why not? On this smelly old beggar's hat. Okay, definitely should have come here first. Would give me an army to deal with everything I went through here. Where to next? Yeah, I don't know. Took care of this, so we probably have to go over in that direction. I built up a hell of an army, though. Is there some button I'm missing to speed up the game here? It would be really nice to be able to speed up and slow down things, especially on these long marches. So if I press S, yeah, everybody stops. That's probably what I need. So that people just stop marching when we come into aggro range. Like so. Yeah, there we go, and then just pilfer them with arrows. I don't understand that though. Why have it keyed like that? You're using arrow keys to pan the map. You're using your mouse to look around. Maybe it expects you to edge pan, but edge padding was bad the day it came out. I don't have a third arm to be hitting A and S and D and that. Maybe that's the trick to RTS players and how you can tell them apart from regular people. They have a third arm that sprouts out of their ribs, which allows them to hit the other keys needed to get that high APM. It's my best explanation so far. Alright, begin this march. They hit that 1A, 2A, 3A. This game was made before humans lost use of their feet as hands. Don't need a third arm, just accept it. Yeah, but how does it do it, right? My right hand is on my mouse, which sits to the right of my keyboard. I even have it positioned so that my right hand thumb can hit enter on my number pad key, because I find that's very useful. My left hand is kind of stretched around to have the hand positioned on the arrow keys to pan around, but it wants me to be hitting A, G, S, H, M. How? I don't understand. Can you do middle mouse pan? Yeah, I can do middle mouse pan. Don't like to though. Alright, then we hit S to stop people moving. Oh, I don't have everyone selected, do I? S then, get to bloody work. Oh yeah, they're out of here. These games are made by the same people who made the N64 controller. There's a bit of logic to the N64 controller. Not a lot, because it's a really crap controller. But most games you held the middle part with your left hand and the other part with your right hand. Very few games you held the D-pad, because the D-pad was garbage, with the left hand, and your right hand is on the C buttons part. And incredibly rarely you had a game where you held the D-pad with your left hand and the analog part with your right hand, and you didn't use the C buttons in that. I can't actually remember any game that I had to do that with, although I know they existed. I'm pressing H for hold. It's not H for hold, it's S for stop. Come now, folks, get a little closer. Rain down the arrows.
Here it
in the right
is.
place.
A source of magical substances. The creation of druids, which allows any wandering mage to replenish his magic powers. And since I possess a spell, these sources can be of great use to me.
Sounds so evil. Alright, so what's these guys' story? More elf pikemen? You know, pikeys is not a nice thing to say.
Yes, we will escort you to Hardstone.
Hard stone, not Hearthstone. Right, get in there. Rain hell down on these. Oh, they got a gobbo as well. Right, some of you branch off and kill the magical gobbo. Orc shaman. Well, skewer him. Oh my, didn't last long. And I shall investigate his cartload of goods. just shoving aside the pikemen and the archers. Yeah, make way. This place is for people who are able to see the tops of cars. Don't think we're getting through here. Step aside, manlets. They really are twice as tall as these guys. I did bring everybody, right? Oh, I left one poor bugger behind. Well, double time at soldier. We've got places to be. Unsure what the implication of this long arrow is. Is that saying go here but advance as far as this? I don't know. Maybe if I'd read the instruction manual I would understand, but I didn't and I won't. Nice that they got this wee thing animated down here. Games around this time loved to use little animated things like that before simplicity became the mantra. Mind goes to things like strongholds, little animations it does for each of the buildings.
To see you, Ranger. I have also ran through the forest with a bow in my time, but that was a long time ago. I'm old and want to pass my skill to someone else. With the aid of this order, you and your archers will hit the targets with great ease.
You sure? Because that looks like a pair of boots. Gives me nice movement speed though. Might be worth that movement speed. Also, I don't think that in any way is going to help my archers land their shots. Oh, no, he gave me this wind arrows thing. The boots were from the cart. Never mind,
I've never seen
step
tracks
aside,
like these
manlets.
before. What kind of alien creature could have left them?
Of course, we will follow you.
That guy's pretty quick to give up his command. Alright, so what does this do? Plus 3 damage and massive shooting range. But the attack rate goes down. Why does everything have to have a downside? Hey, these tracks, they kind of look like tank tracks. Kind of like the modern tanks I'm about to invade Canada with. Invading Canada.
Undead! We're attacked by the undead! Help!
Aye! Warriors! Attack!
Go, go, go. Is that straggler still ages away? No, I think he caught up. Good job. Alright, get here and then stop. Let's try out that ability of ours, shall we? I'm not sure if that helps my archers or just me. Also, my archers don't seem to be firing much. Ah, there we go. There's the volley. Probably slower thanks to that slow attack rate. Perhaps the trick is to move them, stop them, and then they get to shoot, and then you move and stop, and then... Yeah, I bet if you time that well, you can have some excellent moving and shooting archers without wasting their downtime. Also, I'm certainly due some level ups. Attack rate... Ooh, health regeneration, please. There goes the
Oh,
volley.
thanks, Ranger.
Move in.
We won't be able to cope without your help.
By the authority of Chief Montfort, you must follow me. We are gathering an army to give fight to the undead.
Gladly. But there are only a few of us left here. The majority went to Hardstone to help the fairies. There were centaurs among them. They are the born warriors, but no one has returned. Instead of our brothers, the horde of undead came from that side.
My duty is to gather all survivors. Come to Hardstone!
You need some help with coping. I can hit you up with Helden's feelings on Mass Effect 4. Small group of zombies and a horde of elves. Something is reversed, but I was going to say maybe we're Helheim, but no, we'd be fighting with the undead that way. Vanheim, perhaps? Also piercing weapons against the undead. What are these people thinking? Mundane as well. What if they have Stygian flesh?
The undead. Cut them down. Trample them. Bloody your hooves.
Oh no.
The centaurs are fighting the undead! We have to help them! Attack! Attack!
I don't know, I could do with a nice burger. Attack, but don't overcommit. Come now.
Though we would have coped by ourselves, nevertheless, thank you for your help, Elf. There is bad news. While we were repulsing the cursed undead, the wizards have dragged their fairies to the old cemetery.
Then we must pursue them.
We'll be able to trample them down if we use Spidery Path. It is shorter and there are ghouls on the main road. Spiders are the lesser evil.
Then let's move! A centaur's temper is impetuous and uncontrolled. Sometimes they seem to be wild animals to me. They are loyal friends, though, and are sure to stand on our side in the battle with the undead. Especially if I, the best warrior of the South, will lead them.
He's just so stuck up his own arse. Okay, nothing to pilfer here. Land appears to be in ruins. Then let's go... Let's go where exactly? You seem nice and fast, so you go and scout that for me, whilst the rest of us march on through. Oh, there's Nafal there. Never mind then. Decent health on you folks. Oh, if only I was that tall. I'm trying to think if I would have enjoyed having this when it came out, but it came out in 2006. Even by then, I think this wouldn't be impressing me. What was I doing in 2006? I think I was modding my PSP and playing every single game on the PSP and Nintendo DS library. Good bloody times, I tell you. Real good bloody times. I got one of those carts for the Nintendo DS that you could just load games onto. And I cracked open the battery for my PSP, slim version of it. And then I remember being way too late trying to figure out how to make it work. Doing some delicate work with the soldering iron. This was before you could just load on files that would instantly jailbreak and homebrew your PSP for you. Ah, so good. Now, Jake, surely you are tall. I know for a fact the Swedish Borber, there is a grinning Viking holding his hand up to 2 meters saying you need to be this high to ride. Oh, Swedish border. Wait, maybe not. Wasn't Jake supposed to use a different path because he would get destroyed on the main one? Oh, I feel pretty undestroyed right now. Oh yeah, the centaurs were saying that spiders were preferable. I didn't even notice this was an offshoot of a path. But we didn't get destroyed. Unfortunately, the centaurs are very much still alive. Oh, and there's some stuff for me to pilfer. A bottle with poison. Pull back, lads. Let's let the archers handle some of this. You did lose a ton of pikemen, I think. Is it really a loss when they're that small? Alright, there we go. Carry on now. Do I have any level ups available? Yeah. Fat lot of health, please. I actually do like the sweeping camera cutscenes. Not a hint of sarcasm there. It's probably because of the whole 2D sprite on 3D atmosphere look. Very nostalgic. Although those god-awful models...
Everything we need to set up a camp is here.
They're kind of 90s nostalgic.
Interesting.
From a 2006
what
game.
What can these fairies build?
Oh god, this is where you learn about actual base building and management and stuff. It's not great. Fairies are builders.
Attack! Our land! Our land! This ack is our land! Go! Go! Ack! Gone! Ack! Get ack! Out! Out! Out!
The shamans are capable of resurrecting dead goblins. They should be eliminated first.
Are you the shaman? Also, do the fairies actually fight? Or do they just die? Oh, they seem to fight with some kind of area of effect thing, if I'm not mistaken. There we go, that'll slow them down, and the fairies can get back to work. Apple trees, gather food. Yeah, sure. What else can you be building for me? Elf house, elf, pikeman, living space. Yeah, make it happen. No hint or no clue what good things, what is any good to do here, but hey. What are you doing to that tree? Maybe you cut down tree for resources. Ah, right, here we go. Population, food, wood, iron, crystals. That was a yeah of excitement. Since they seem to like to come from down here, how about we have that ready to attack them? Don't know if anybody's going to come from along here or not. Please go and mine down some trees for me. Yeah, this all looks a little... Oh, good grief. Right, so can I get another... Can I get another tower over here? I'll need it pretty soon. Keep mining that tree. Keep this place safe. Okay, so I think this means I can recruit some pikemen for food and whatever else. I like archers though. Give me lots and lots of archers. Actually, give me everything you can. Ah, they need wood, right? Fair enough. Where were those magical crystals at? Also, why is nobody building this? Also, here come the undead.
Undead? They were quick to sense my presence.
Yes, they're obviously here because of you. Everything revolves around you. Oh god, gobos as well. This is a bit rapid. Oh, they mulched one of my fairies there. Yeah, they sure don't like building those towers with any sense of urgency, do they? Is this a punishment run, says Shizu? I don't know. The title says punishment game number 158 Heroes of Annihilated Empire, so I guess it's a little unclear. But yes, this is a punishment game. A fairly successful one as well. There we go, train those warriors to have better attack. Don't know if that applies to all warriors that spit out afterwards or not, but for God's sake, go and build those things for me. Yeah, the hunger for wood is pretty high. Oh dear, oh dearie dear, come on now. What's even my objective here? You need to fly away before you get yourself killed there. Oh, and here come more bloody gobos. What a miserable experience this game is. Oh, well, there's a question. What is the pedigree of the developers behind this? What else have they done? Anything of note? Anything one would want to have of note? They made Stalker, the weekly one-shot the Yums. Really? I find that a little hard to swallow. The games don't seem to have much overlap at all. I find that really rather hard to believe. Alright, you Herculean giant of an elf, go and explore what's out there for us. Maybe get a bit of forewarning about what's coming our way. Maybe have you out as a scout as well. Ah, well, here come the undead. Surprising nobody. Nothing coming from the north though. I'm starting to feel like a right fool putting that there. Yeah. Oh boy, 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 boy. Get away from there. Were the Cossacks good? I remember getting a shill email asking me to cover Cossacks 3. Never touched it. Didn't seem like my kind of game. Get ourselves a lot more fairies. Maybe the trick is to assign lots of fairies on building one of these towers rather than just one at a time. And huzzah, we've got a fully functional tower up here. What an unpleasant experience this is. Wonder if I can get a lot of you working on this. Just come on over. You probably wouldn't like it. It's not an it's an RTS, not played third only, originals, very large scale fights. Okay. Not long to go now. Still too long though. Wonder if I could just transition straight to Hearts of Iron after this. Would be nice. I'm not sure I could resist. I thought it would be to go and get some lunch, but I think my favourite lunch would be feasting on Canadians. Also, what are we even meant to be doing here? There's no indication of a goal. He just arrived here and said, let's see what these fairies can build, and that was it. Again, maybe my brain just isn't big enough to comprehend RTSs. Maybe I would just instantly know what to do if I was that way inclined, or that way burdened. Well, that was disgustingly ineffective. At least it's area of effect. Go, my crummy units, go. You have to grow some trees, sir. We need to save the planet. I don't know. What I've seen here, I'd rather chop and burn the trees. Jake is a 1 in 100 streamer whose fantasy after a bad 2 hours of streaming is another 4 hours of streaming. Yeah, streaming a better game. A much better game. How do I deselect you? No, that wasn't it. Shift click. There we go. Yeah, if anything attached to the north, I'm a little bit screwed. Don't know what the number in brackets are there. Give me those archers. I'm rather fond of archers. And we need more food, so more apple trees, please. I need to get more crystals. What or where were the crystals? He's a sane person who, after 2 hours of something unpleasant, wants to do something fun. Yeah, Blobber. Maybe I could go back and just run that map again. The Greek one, that is. Ah. Felt good to just go back and touch that up last night. Even after I finished the Caesar 3 stream yesterday, I just went back and played it. Played more of it to... oh dear, you get out of there. Ah, I might have invited a bit of pain on myself, since both these attacks are going to hit at the same time. Let's go over here so I can hopefully attack both sides at the same time. Ah, no, the better idea is... go away, fairy. The better idea is to slow them down with my Tree of Life. I can't use Tree of Life, because I don't have the mana. Okay, well, that's a shame. I have a mana potion, though. So, chuggy chuggy, and slow those buggers down. Amazed that fairy is still alive. And rather nicely animated down there too. Okay, so what exactly am I meant to be doing here?
Ursus. I've heard they are called vicious killers before. It's also said that each pack has its own leader. If he is done with, the others will become weaker.
Ah, but do they hunt in packs? Didn't these things give my my centaurs and friends a lot of trouble? Okay, they don't maintain the aggro, but these are some pretty speedy skeletons. Look at the bright side, Jake, just 10 more minutes. I often am. Trying. Alright, no food. Need food. Go and gather me more food, strange fairy creatures. Maybe you need to assign these to these things to have them work on it? I don't know. Might have understood if I had read the manual at all. Are you in there gathering crystal? Allows fairies to mine, can only grow on ore deposits, da 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 da. But are they actually working in there, or have I just told them to go inside? Allows, I have no idea. Don't know how any of this works. How long until Jake is drawn back into Cat Lab? I don't think I'll be drawn back in, actually. I did everything that there really was to do in Cap Lab. Or perhaps I should turn the question around. What would there be to do going back into Cap Lab? That northern tower is so superfluous, it kinda hurts. Maybe I just need to build up a big army and head down south with it. But then who's going to defend the fairies? Perhaps an even bigger one. I can see why Cat Lab would get pretty old for some people fast, John. For me, I found a lot of joy to be had with expanding and expanding for the sake of getting all that money. It felt good. Yeah, no trains in Cap Lab now. I can see that being a turn-off.
Guests from the cemetery have arrived. Ha!
What are you howling at? You pleased with your creative naming of them? They would really like to just aggro past my army though and shove them out of the way. Ah, and more are on their way. That is a huge gobbo camp though. Maybe that's what I should work on, just go and take out the gobbos. But if the skellies arrive, what are these guys going to do? Well, that sounds like their problem. God, who actually plays and enjoys this trash? I don't understand it. What do you get out of it? What makes your brain get all fuzzy and think, fun time is now? Focus down the shaman. I think there's a few shamans. Okay, well how about we focus down with magic. Don't know if that lowers their attack rate or not, but if nothing else, it certainly heals my own units. Oh yeah, the shamans are doing their magic. Right, we need to go and focus them down. Huh. Just hold, lads, hold. You'll hold a lot better if I give you some help like this. How are we doing back here? Yeah, they're fine. Okay, that's a lot of very dead shamans, so the rest of it we just fight as one. You come over here just in case you need that magical healing. Well, damn, that was pretty successful, dare I say. That might be a little less successful. Crummy pikemen, go back and help out. Maybe even a bunch of you go and help out, since they're probably going to go and ravage my everything. Whilst we will continue to... Actually, I think I've got this under wraps. You go and help out back there. And just leave the plundering to me, friends. I think these things need to be shanked to death. Oh, they've got that handled fine. Alright, shanky pikemen. Come and help me shank this. Archers, hold this line. This game does have colours, which is a rarity in Western games. Then again, it's Ukrainian, not the first country you think of when mentioning the West. Ukrainians made this. I think the arrow is doing a lot more damage than any of these guys shanking. Or maybe that's an occasional critical hit. Oh, these buildings spawn more of them. I might need my archers back. At least some of them. Do not let up. There we go, that's one down at least. So they make Jake suffer. Nice of them. Not very nice of them at all. But that is sort of the point of the punishment game. A punishment game should be at least one of three things. It should be punishing for me to play, should be punishing for people to watch, or it should be very difficult. And if it's more than one of those three things, then it's probably a very good punishment game. I don't get to see any health bar in this, do I? Are those archers actually hitting? 150, 150, 150, then the volley. Some of them hit for... 2 of them hit for 11. Not the best at their job, are they? Speaking of not the best at their job, could someone defend the settlement, please? Maybe I should make some of you build another tower. Or maybe I could build more units here to keep the place defended. Oh, right, well that tower didn't last long. Reminds me of my ballista when I was playing They Are Billions. I tell you what, the archers are damn useless, send them back here. I will destroy this. Well, I will try. I still want some of them here in case this goes Pete Tong. Yeah, like this, spawning more of them. This game looks pretty miserable to micro. Ah well, especially for the micro god. It's just straight up miserable to play. I'm sure it's somebody's idea of a good time, but it sure as sugar is not mine. There we go. One guy firing arrows at a building took it down faster than a platoon of 11 elf pikemen. But I guess when you're this tall, that just comes naturally. I love RTS. This is painful to watch, let alone play, says Delaran. Well, maybe someday someone else in the community will take it upon themselves to have some kind of punishment system. With actual punishing games coming in. Alright, there we go. The Gobbo Menace is destroyed. No real acknowledgement of what I've done, but that's par for the course of the game. Really nothing for me to get my sticky elven fingers all over. Look, I put in the most punishing game I've never played, says Shifty. Oh man. Grab that, not the fairies, and get into position. I played both the Mario Marathon and tried the Mega Marathon. Tried? I didn't see much trying, Alpha. If you tried, you would have made it. You surrendered. So readily. But I mean, you're a nation hopper of countries that just make their living surrendering, so I suppose I can't hold it against you. And what even is the game of Cruelty Squad? I've seen some screenshots and it's got that really pastely neon colourful thing going for it. It was, yeah, hard to look at. Oh, I'm not sure we're going to manage against this. Yeah, I'm at a loss for what the actual game is in that. Well, the pikemen are dying, but so are the big wolfy beast things, so maybe too many of them are dying. Wait, that's not 11 of them, that's 11 damage. There are 10 of them. Well, soon there'll be 9. There we go. Now let's... Oh! I wonder if they were being serviced by this alchemist. Alchemist will sell me some stuff for loads of money as usual. Don't really want any of them, but I'll grab a bit of mana potion just in case. Uh-oh. A fresh set of undead. We haven't faced those before. Come on, stop moving around, start firing. Oh no, they're running away in terror. I need more meat shields. Let's get those on production.
Who is controlling them from the cemetery?
Doesn't matter. Get back. Some of my units are already keen to join the undead lines. Welcome to Airmore. Acronym says, honestly, I can't describe. What do you do in the game? Cruelty Squad, that is, I assume. Check your time, by the way. Yeah, it says 2 hours and 5, but I usually spend a wee while in setup phase, so still going to hold out for a bit longer. Speaking of Eremor, we're going to get some Dominions back in our lives. Well, that's up to Tyrion himself. When Tyrion finishes his Mario Marathon, then I will get back to Dominions. Simple as that. He's been stuck at the Mario Marathon for about a year now. And he still hasn't beaten the games. Strangely enough, even if we kept that timer running for all that year, he still wouldn't be the longest running Mario Marathon person. That would still be Nitro. What was Nitro at? Like 60,000 hours or something? I think it was Tyrion and Luke Corn who were both saying, you know, no matter what it takes, I'll finish this damn marathon of Mario games. And I mean marathon. It's 4 games. 4 games made for children in the 1980s. And these grown men couldn't handle it. Kind of inspiring in a way. That spell had some kind of bigger effect here. It seems to be killing the surrounding trees. Maybe nearby trees fuel it, making it stronger. Let's see. Trees' effects become stronger as powerful increases. Powerful trees resurrect the fallen. I don't think it's powerful enough for any of that. Also, we're not really pushing forward here, are we? No, I think we're going to get overrun. So I'm just going to make my glorious and incredibly tall retreat here. Drink a regen potion. Do I not have a go fast potion? Yeah, speed potion. There we go. I've unlocked the potion of running. Follow me, folks.
Interesting. Why do they need those banners? Is it possible that some sort of magic is involved? We should try eliminating the banner bearers first. Maybe it will diminish the resistance of the others.
Well, must I? You know, here I am running around. Why engage in petty acts of fighting? Oh, speaking of fighting, there's a lot going on here. You people should probably fall back here so there's something to defend. Whilst I just clomp my way around in my big elven boots. I suppose the whole point of this is build up your army back home so that you can face through all of this with your horde, but I mean, why? To what end? There's a good AoE spell in one of the trees in your base, says Levendy. Well, we're never returning to that base again. We are out of here. That base is for the fairies. The elf is returning to his kind in the trees. Oh man. I gotta stop losing my weekly one-shots. It's giving me horrible experiences like this. Oh, Shrivens, where am I meant to go from here? Can we move over here? Oh no, oh no. Have mercy. Have a lot of mercy. I'm not sure. It is end of the road, but where else would we go? Okay, damn shame for me that my foes don't want to fight amongst themselves, so bravely run away, elf boy. You join in those trees, alright, root first. We'll nourish the trees. You know, I think I actually managed to beat this level when I played this as a Patreon game before, but I also think I clocked an extra half hour in the game then. And man, I don't know who would have the patience to keep playing this garbage. Perhaps the undead were hiding the real way forward. Keep holding shift there for sprinting.
Have you come to bow before me, mortal fool?
So, you are the scum who rules over the undead here. I will cleanse this land of your filth.
You are welcome to try, mortal.
And John points out that Marek's played it, so there's someone at least. Yeah, but Marek thinks that Caesar 3 is an RTS. Oh, can I just run into this cavern? Is this even a cavern? I don't know. Possibly? Maybe? Aha! Yes, they'll never think to... Oh no, 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 they can break through the rocks as well. I don't think that goodwill will prevail today. What's that? A moonstone? We're gonna find ourselves a Clefairy here? Alright, what I at least could do is pilfer your stuff. An Eye of Lightning. Oh, it's a spell. Hero summons Magic Eye. We'll see how this works. It, boy, looks about as useful as one of those little follower robots from Factorio. I'm easily amused. That moonstone joke made me cackle. Thanks, Jake. Anytime, Red. Oh, man, you'd have to be real easily amused to enjoy this game, though. Who knows, maybe there is a good RTS out there somewhere. No doubt the endless punishment game lobbies will let us find it. Right, let's just kill this guy. We are long past the time which we have to play through our punishment game, so let's just have him embrace the undead. Actually, maybe I can kill you while we're here. Skelly Captain. Do I have anything to help with that? Yeah, I can up my damage with this poison potion thing. Because we can poison the undead somehow. Ooh. He's dropping some goodies for me. Out of the way, tiny people. No room for manlets here. Whilst I steal the bow and bracelet. Mana restoration and attack, but health restoration down. Are these things even hurting me? No, they're too short to hurt me. Trahas, I have done a complete run of Majesty 2 and maybe Majesty 1. I've certainly ran both the games on the channel before. They are good games. They are very good games. But you don't directly control units in it, which is something I really like. It feels like I'm surfing on these manlets. You give indirect control, you just give them motivation and then they get to work. So in a sense it's quite like Dungeon Keeper. You didn't complete Majesty 1, but it's a fun one. Well, Majesty 1 is a hard as hell game. I think anybody that's played Fair Shake of Majesty 1 remembers that Minotaur's mission. You spawn, and I think you've got about 20 seconds before you're beset by Minotaurs, and they will just level whatever you build. You're constantly repairing things as they are constantly under siege. Did you play Northgard? No. Northgard was in early access for a while, if I recall well, so I lost interest in it. Because I don't touch early access games, and if they spend forever in early access, then it's hard to get excited when you're told, oh, it's out now. Did it ever leave EA? Well, there's another question. Again, I don't pay attention because I see, oh, this game's in early access. And then I put it on my wish list and I occasionally scour it, and eventually I get sick of seeing it there saying early access, and then even if it eventually comes out, there's no interest to be had there. It left it a long time ago. Well, there we go. See, I don't even know or care because of that early access time. Okay. Oh wait, he falls over dead, but he stays here. Well, that was his heart gone. Come on, give us one more. It even has paradox amounts of DLC. Ooh. One of the nice things about not working for Paradox anymore is not even having to pretend that I care about DLC models like that. We used to make games, now we make money. Your elf Chad is losing heart. Well look, there's the face of a man who's seen what society is. He'd rather throw his life away to the undead horde than try to protect whatever this is. There we go. Cast it all aside. The battle has been lost. Elhant died. Good. Okay, well, that was horrible, and I don't even think... Yeah, I certainly didn't make it as far as when I played this before. And I will vow to never play this game again, because I'm never having it back as a punishment. And we're certainly never having it as a Patreon game. Well, I suppose there's one way through and someone could dictator it, but I don't know to what end they would do that. We'd just be going through this 2 hours of pain again, same levels, same problems, and certainly uninstalling everything I can from my PC here relating to this game. Okay, I'm going to go and make some lunch, which also includes buying ingredients for lunch, because I think I'm pretty damn near out of food here right now. So I will vamos, I will be back in like an hour and a half, and we'll play some very restorative gameplay of Hearts of Iron 4 so that my heart can be put to ease. Because imagine having this as your only gaming diet for the day. Horrible stuff. I can't even remember who put forward this game and won with it on the punishment game list. But congratulations to you for putting in a really punishing game. It was just horrible, and I will do my level best to forget about it. So until I'm back with Hoy and crushing Canadians for fun, it is a cheers and a cheerio.